I'd like to talk about something that I see a lot and I experience a lot myself from both sides. And that is love becoming hate. I notice that in there, the deepest core of that hate is a self-hate. For me, it's often a self-hate for letting myself become hurt when I know better. And that self-hate for letting myself become hurt when I know better doesn't want to hate myself, so it directs that hate towards anything other, whether it's the other person or even relationships, period. Any of these things. Practice is so much harder than theory. You can have a theory in all colors and extremes of emotion, but to actually do takes a working with the team that you are as a person, your emotion and your intentions and all these things that you are, to work together to make action and result in practice happen rather than theory, which can run off on philosophy and thoughts by itself without even really consulting the others much. There's a rage in love that becomes hate, because the emotions are powerful, and the rage of the other person is my own fault. And most of all, like I was saying before, the hatred is like a hatred for how it affects me. I do not want to feel these ways. Like, I know better. And also bitterness, darkness. Why does my connection to this person mean so much to me when I do not want it to? Like, I feel like this even is a Kylo Ren dark side of hating yourself for feeling. The pain is torture and counterproductive. It's like, I see this train wreck of, love turns to hate, and I don't want to hate. And something almost even worse is the numbing. I would rather feel neutral or nothing at all, than hate, for in that hate is a deep love that is thrashing out. That's grieving in a pain of loss. I feel like in the end of relationships, it's often unsuccessfully trying to blind itself, in rage, or sometimes in commitment and duty, so it doesn't have to break. Sometimes that duty is to a numbness and to a not breaking and a not feeling and a not ruining, I feel like the fight is in a way to protect yourself against this hate and anger, and to protect yourself against a brokenness, because a broken self can take months, up to a year to never fully recover from, to always have a scar. Yeah. A new, older, more bitter and jaded person rising from the broken pieces and ashes, like slowly learning to crawl and to eat and to take care of oneself, to find meaning and motivation again, and to that. It's like, no. The fight and all the hatred and all of the shutting down is a prevention of this ultimate brokenness, I feel like. In this understanding, can it be stopped? I feel like it can. I've recently come into this really deep relationship that is changing. Perhaps for one side it's an end. For me, in a way, it's a beginning of this beautiful new realization. And that is that one can hold a love while protecting themselves. That one doesn't need a shield of hate or numbness in order to grieve and in order to still hold a dear place inside of yourself and inside of your heart for another, even when it is time to part or go. There is a beautiful appreciation for not only who this other person is, but also for the relationship that we had, and in some ways continue to have. And it's in this that there's something new. There's something that's broken the cycle for me that used to be a love becomes hate, or love becomes numb, or it becomes beyond myself into a broken place, of wreckage. And there's something that can be okay with and not have to play hate or numb, that can healthily love with the changes and the distance and without need. If you know somebody that is going through a numbness maybe a hatred. And you can tell that there's a pain there because there's still a lot of love and emotion there. Share this with them. It may help. I haven't explained very well how I've come to this better place in understanding in me. Just know that it's there. And if you guys have anything in the comments that can help people understand, if you do understand and can explain it better than me, please do. And I look forward to you being here with me in this connection, in all my vulnerability that I'm sharing in this. Thank you very much for keeping me in your circles and for doing whatever you have to do in terms of subscribing, liking, or whatever that keeps me in your loop. Thanks for everything, but most importantly for feeling me and connecting more than just passing consumption.